Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of Studio 64. Today, we shall be unboxing and reviewing a new tooling from Tomica under their Tomica limited vintage line. A quite significant diecast model, simply because this is the very first model done under the TLV line from this super car maker. The Lamborghini Miura SV. Released last December 2021, this TLV SV tooling was actually preceded by the first version, the P400, which was released back in November 2021. Nevertheless, the Miura is the very first Lamborghini model that came out of the Tomica limited vintage line. This makes this diecast model quite special and historic, which would greatly appeal to collectors like myself. Though like any other special tooling that comes out from TLV, it does have its caveat. The price. Like the Ferrari line, this Lamborghini carries quite a hefty price, which I would assume would probably turn off many collectors. However, all things considered, hopefully this video would shed some light if it's worth buying. So, let's get down to brass tacks and check out this model. Beginning with the packaging, this model makes use of the premium TLV square box, seen usually in the more premium models like the Ferrari line. However, it does have a new box design layout. I'm unsure though if this particular layout will be exclusive for the Lamborghini line, since most of the Lamborghini TLV models, including the new Countaches, have the same box design too. At the bottom of the box is where we find the standard model literatures, as well as the official licensed product hologram sticker. Unboxing the model is pretty straightforward. You'll also see the mounting instructions for the side mirrors, written in Japanese characters. The model's main feature is also seen on the opposite side. We have an info card about the model, written in Japanese characters as well. What we have here are the side mirrors, to be glued to the car should the owner prefer. Me? Definitely yes. And here it is out the box, the legendary Lamborghini Miura SV or Super Veloce version. Meaning super fast. I haven't seen an actual Miura, but basing it from what I've seen online, this sure looks accurate. Right off the bat, I really like the low stance and long wheelbase of this model. Paintwork is immaculate. It sports a canary yellow as the main body color, highlighted by the silver rocker panels, and finished off with black accent trims. The wide body of this SV is due to the widened rear fenders, which was one of the few modifications this SV received. And as shown earlier on the side of the box, this Miura has an opening rear engine bonnet, as well as an opening front luggage compartment. Both have decent amount of opening distance. Though I would have wanted a bit more opening on the engine bonnet. More on that later. Let's now get a closer look at this model, beginning with the wheels. As expected, the wheels of this TLV model roll smoothly. What I didn't quite expect is the added detail done to it, compared to the past models. I mean, I really like this brand, but wheels detail isn't exactly one of their strengths. Check out the precision work done on these scaled down rims. The lathed layers of the outer lip, coupled with the wide spokes of the center disc, topped off with the iconic Lamborghini center lock. Unremarkable. And the attention to detail doesn't end there. The rubber tires was given a touch of added detail as well, with the wide side walls and full tire treads on all fours. Let's now check out the front end of this Miura, beginning with the headlights. These headlights are very distinct, almost proprietary to the Miura. It pops out when turned on, but not entirely popping out. And on this model, the headlights are well molded from plastic. It even has some lens detail inside. The plain black headlight cowl is one of the differences from the P400's finned cowl. Other notable features of the front end include the detailed front grille, precisely painted turn signals, and the hood grille as well. Now we check out one of two main features of this model, the opening front luggage storage space. As mentioned earlier, this has a decent opening. Not much detail inside though, apart from the spare wheel. It's plastic too, but has a silver paint detail done on it. Hinge mechanism seems to be quite sturdy. It's worth noting that in every opening part of a diecast, particularly 1/64 diecasts, you'll get exaggerated panel gaps. This is usually due to the paint thickness. This model is no exception. Gaps are quite visible but very minimal and not as pronounced. Having said that, I personally don't mind having these gaps. At the minimal, of course. It's a diecast car feature that I've gotten used to growing up. At the end of the day, I am a collector of diecast cars, and not so much of scale models. Moving on to the rear, the attention to detail continues. A lot of subtle features present on this rear end. The tail lights are made of plastic, and are color keyed as well. It even has a silver border, mimicking the tail light housing assembly. The rear engine grille is nicely molded. The Tampo graphic badges are clearly readable, while the twin silver tailpipes complete the look on the Miura's rear end. Let us now inspect the main feature of this model, the opening rear engine bonnet. But before we get to the engine, I'd like to take note of the inner panel of the bonnet. It's painted black. Awesome touch of extra detail. The real-world Lamborghini Miura SV has a 4-liter, 12-cylinder engine with altered 4x3 barrel Weber carburetors. Its engine position is also unique at that time since it's a transverse engine, meaning the engine is mounted sideways, just like most of today's front-wheel driven cars have. And on this model, I have to say, the engine detail on it is given justice to the real one. You can clearly define the huge V12 block, painted in two-tone black and silver. If you look at it even deeper, you'll be able to see the transmission housing. I believe this engine is actually a separate part on this model. Earlier I mentioned that I'll be attaching the side mirrors on this model. And here it is. The completed look of this Miura SV. And just for comparison, here are a couple of Lamborghini Miura Yota, made by Kyosho. Check out the differences. And there you have it. The Lamborghini Miura SV by Tomica Limited Vintage. The very first Lamborghini tooling from Tomica TLV. A late 2021 release, this model when I first saw it, I knew I had to get it. Yes, the price gave me loads of second thoughts, but in the end, I just gave in. And I have to say, it's a good thing I did. This model is a worthwhile purchase, in my opinion. It's also one of those TLV models that look good with or without the side mirrors. I've seen online some Miura SVs also not having side mirrors. My one and only issue is that I wish they painted the side air vents black. It would have made this Miura SV more accurate. So, what do you guys think? Did you cop, or did you pass on this? Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. Do consider subscribing if you like the content of this video. See you on the next episode.